Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me back today for a new pick a card reading. For anyone that's new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's reading is going to be your next romantic relationship. So it's been a few months since I've done a reading like this, so I thought it could be fun to do another one, just kind of get some fresh energy going, see what's coming through for some of you guys out there that are curious about the next person that you'll be romantically connected to. What we're going to do in this reading, though, is it's going to be kind of two parts for each pile. So I'm going to start off by channeling information about the relationship itself. So you guys can kind of know like what this relationship can potentially teach you, what the vibe or the dynamic of the connection itself is, how it might come about, things like that. And then the second half of the reading is going to be clues about who the person is that you're going to be in the relationship with, okay? I also have this fun little deck that I think I'm going to use too at the end of each pile. It's the Who, What, Where deck. So this kind of gives some specific traits or qualities or, I don't know, things like that. Clues to help you understand more about who this person could be. So if this sounds like something you guys are interested in, definitely want to keep watching. Just a couple disclaimers though before we start. First and foremost, remember this is a general reading, so some messages may resonate with you specifically, while others may not. So take what resonates for you, leave behind anything that doesn't. If you all do want to book a personal reading, I am booking services on Hey Hero. I will have that linked in the description box down below for a more personal reading if that's what you want to do. Also keep in mind this is a timeless reading. So with that being said, energy is always changing, energy is always shifting. So if you guys see something or a relationship, a person predicted out for you in this reading and it's not something that you wish to accept, just know that when it comes, you can say no. You have free will to make your own choices and decisions and do what's best for you. This is just giving us a snapshot of what relationship or person is headed your way based off of your current energy, okay? So let's go ahead and get into our card selection. We're working with 4 different decks today. So starting here on the left, we have group 1 with some strawberry quartz. We have group 2 with some peach moonstone, group 3 with some pyrites, and then group number 4 with the amethyst. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your next relationship. Think about the person coming through for you. Go ahead and select the crystal or the deck you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you have made your selection, scroll down to the description box below where you'll find the timestamp, which will link you to your reading. See y'all there? Hey group 1, if y'all selected this strawberry quartz, this will be your reading where we're going to find out all about your next romantic relationship. Make sure you guys stay till the end so we can use this little deck. Oh, as I spill it everywhere, we're going to use this little deck to find out who this person is for you. And I have to just say, as we start off, this one came up and it says goes by a nickname. So we're going to actually put that to the side because I do feel that that presented itself to you guys for a reason. So we're going to keep that there. Maybe y'all already know who it is. If you already know somebody that has a nickname, maybe not. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start by talking through the relationship itself. And then we'll transition the next part of the reading into who this person is. So first, the relationship itself. So we have the message here of acceptance coming through. We have denial, okay. We have not today, okay. We have heartbreak, okay. From these chakra cards, we have the message of destiny, the third eye. And we have confidence, solar plexus. All right, let's get a couple more tarot cards here and then we'll get into like this relationship and what it means and what I'm seeing here. So for pile 1, who is, not who, but tell us about their next romantic relationship. Tell us about pile 1's next romantic relationship. What do they need to know about this connection? So we have the Hanged Man. And we have the Four of Cups. Interesting energies. Okay, And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress card, which is awesome to see. So, pile 1. I'm going to like move this down a little bit. Sorry, guys. Just want to get us right here. So, you guys, this relationship, this is really interesting energy here. Now, like I was saying in the intro, you know, you can choose to accept or not accept, but I want to explore this with you because I think that there's something really, really important that is coming to light in this connection with this person, okay? I do feel this relationship with this person, this actually might be a person coming in that you ordinarily wouldn't consider. Because we do have the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups talks of like missed opportunities, or it talks of like us not even seeing the option right near us because we are just like not in a position to see it. Like we're not healed enough to see this golden opportunity for what it is. So I think that this person could be someone that you guys might have like passed up or passed on in the past. Or maybe this was a person that you have always wanted to connect with, or maybe they've wanted to connect with you for a long time and they felt like they missed an opportunity with you, which is kind of interesting. Maybe someone in this connection, if you guys have known each other before, maybe somebody in this connection just wasn't ready for a relationship in the past, because we do have the energy of heartbreak here. So it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is going to like break your heart or anything like that. But what I do feel is that this connection, I think, is going to trigger some healing or maybe open something up for you guys that needs to be healed when it comes to relationships. Because we also have the energy of not today. This talks about not dealing with something. It talks about being hurt, avoiding. It talks about boundaries. It talks about being angry. There's a lot of themes here, so it's going to be different for each person. But the energy of boundaries is really coming through strong for me here. So I think that with this connection, you all are going to be learning more about setting proper boundaries with someone. And I also think there's this energy of accepting someone for who they are versus the person that you want them to be, right? Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. So perhaps this person has some traits, you know, that don't resonate with you, or some traits that like maybe aren't the best traits that from your perspective, maybe they have traits that are challenging to deal with. And, you know, everybody's different. Every connection's different. Different people can manage different things from their partner. But there is this energy of accepting this person for who they are, but also learning to like accept the situation for what it is. I almost wonder, we're going to get more insight about the person in a second, but it's interesting we have a Four of Cups and we also have this energy of like not dealing and avoiding, because the Four of Cups is sort of that energy too sometimes, where it's like we're just closed off at the heart space. So there could be someone here that might be closed off at the heart space and maybe not fully able to or fully ready to connect like on a deep level. You guys do connect on different ways, but I don't see a lot of open heart energy right away. We'll see again when we get to your person, but yeah, it's definitely this whole theme here of like learning to just like kind of surrender and trust the process and accept that things happen for a reason. People are the way they are, and learning again to see a person clearly for like who they are and what they're showing you every day versus the traits that we want to project onto them that we wish that they had. The Hanged Man as well, this also talks about surrender. It talks about acceptance, and it talks about kind of taking pause so that we can see a situation from a new perspective, right? So I do think that with this relationship, there is going to be a theme at some point in it of needing to detach here, needing to kind of take a minute to pause and really look at the situation objectively so that you can see it clearly. Maybe those of you in this group are really sweet, kind, caring people. I would like to think you are, because I feel like that's who comes to my channel most of the time. And so like sometimes when we are that way, we tend to see the good in people, right? So maybe this person is someone that you will see a lot of positive qualities in, but once you start getting to know them, you may realize like, oh, maybe I'm not seeing this totally clearly, right? It doesn't mean this relationship won't be successful. It doesn't mean this relationship won't bring you joy or happiness, but Spirit is clearly highlighting this energy of needing to see things realistically with this person, okay? We also have a third eye chakra coming in here. This talks about destiny. Follow your instincts, they lead to the truth. So this kind of aligns really well with this energy of acceptance and the hangman of releasing and trusting the process, right? I do think this person is, this connection is being placed onto your path for a specific reason. I think it's trying to teach you, it's going to teach you how to really listen to your intuition and honor the way that you feel, your gut instincts in love. Because most of the time your intuition is not wrong, right? But there may be this need to like detach a bit from the situation so that you can really be clear about what your intuition is telling you. Sometimes when we're like too enmeshed in the situation, we're too like wrapped up in the moment, intuition and anxiety can be easily like, you know, kind of confused, you know what I mean? So you're learning in this connection how to just trust the process, but also to trust yourself and trust what your gut is telling you about people. We also have confidence, solar plexus. This says no one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. So it's learning, again, with boundaries, like kind of how to be your own advocate. Maybe not waiting for someone else to be the one to guide or lead or set precedent. I think you guys will be learning in this connection how to set your own precedent of like, this is the way I want to do it, right? Setting your own boundaries, saying like, hey, listen, I understand that you, my partner, want this, but this is what I'm willing to accept, right? And not being afraid to like speak up and ask for the things that you need in a connection. So I definitely feel whether you guys end up remaining with this person long-term or not, that's going to be ultimately up to you to decide. You are getting some upgrades to your third eye and your solar plexus through connecting with this person. Like you're leaving the connection or building more confidence in this connection, as well as more trust in the universe and trust in yourself. So this is interesting, you guys. Let's go ahead and transition into who the person is. I want to know who this is that y'all are connecting with. So we're going to move these guys out the way. And let's go ahead and get some clues about your person. So we have Unawakened. I'm not really surprised to see that with some of those other cards we got. We also have the Grim Reaper. Okay. We have the Pioneer. I'm going to move this one for a minute. We have the Femme Fatale. We have Dusty Rose. Aw. We have Pink. I don't know what that says, but it talks about courageous sexuality. All right, and then let's go ahead. I'm gonna shuffle some tarot cards here again. We'll put this up here. Shuffle some tarot cards again just so we can get some more clues about who this person is. So Spirit, give us some clues, some qualities and characteristics for Pile 1's next romantic partner. Who is this person? What do we need to know about them? We have the, why am I not surprised to see the Devil? Oh, okay. Not always a bad thing, you guys, but you know, this definitely feels like a person that is, and we have a Queen of Swords. This could be a person that's coming in that doesn't necessarily have like, what am I trying to say? They may be on a lower vibration because they're not awakened yet. So this connection has the potential to be really healing for both of you guys. I think especially if you're willing to step up and set boundaries with this person, like this card here really talks about, right? Maybe when this connection comes about at first, you guys may like reject this person initially. And I could see why, because just looking at their energy, they do have a lot of really interesting energy, like very tempting energy. Like, I could see why you might want to connect with them. I'm not going to lie, because they low-key seem kind of hot. But there's something about this person and the way they're coming at you that you're like, no, not yet, not right now, okay? That's not a bad thing, you guys. Like, it's good to set boundaries. It's good to, you know, teach people how to treat you. So let's take a look here at these cards. I think that this person, whenever you guys connect with them initially, we have the message of unawakened coming in here. So this person, I think, is a little lost in life and a little lost in love. They haven't undergone like I think this person, upon meeting you, has never really had anyone like maybe set boundaries or tell them about themselves or highlight certain traits for them that they need to fix. And if they have encountered people that have tried to give them that feedback, for whatever reason, like it just didn't click. It didn't really resonate with them yet. So this person, I think, is needing to kind of have their world shaken up a little bit, in a sense, so that they can like wake up and become more aware of some of the more destructive energies and patterns that they may be moving through. I definitely feel like this person is definitely a free spirit, right? Like we have the pioneer energy, the femme fatale energy coming in. The pioneer is talking about like always needing to like discover new things. I think this person is really curious. They might be a Gemini, like an air sign for some of them, but like this is someone that's very like mentally agile and very curious. Like the pioneer talks about passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So they definitely kind of like to do things differently. They like to march to the beat of their own drums, if you will. But they also have this need to keep moving on, right? So this could be the type of person with the devil that could be very like in and out, and maybe have more like toxic, or try to approach people with more toxic relationship vibes. They may not even be aware that they're doing it, you guys. The Devil card talks about codependency at times in relationships. It talks about unhealthy attachments to others in relationships. So this person could definitely be somebody who uses sex or leads with their sexuality as a way to attach or connect to people. They may focus on more like lustful energies, or like more of those lower vibrational energies as a way to lead, you know? So it could be someone that's like, oh, let me come over and watch Netflix for our first date. And you're like, no, you know what I mean? Like, take me to dinner. But I feel like that's what this connection is about, you guys. I feel like this person would come in and be like, let's watch Netflix and chill for our first date. And you're going to come in and be like, no. You're going to be like, no, take me to dinner. Like, this person is going to challenge you guys to make sure that you're not settling for less than what you deserve. We also have the femme fatale coming through here. So this talks about, it talks about sexuality, attachment to money and power. This person may feel the need to always be in control. I definitely think that they are attracted to you. Like, they're definitely going to come across as being very physically attracted to you. But I just feel like this person with this card here, this talks about courageous sensuality. Like, this person is definitely like coming in and leading with that. Like, this seems to be the way that they go about connecting with people. This seems to be the way that's been easiest for them. And they're not even aware that this is like an unhealthy pattern for them. They're not even aware that this is something that really isn't going to serve them in their highest good ultimately. They're just kind of in this cycle. So it's interesting with the Queen of Swords. So this, again, this could be an air sign. For some of you, this could be a feminine energy. If you guys are romantically attracted to feminines. Doesn't have to be though, because I mean, I was feeling more masculine energy coming through, but it could be, it doesn't really matter. It could be either. But the point is, like, the Queen of Swords is a very, like, again, like with the Pioneer, it's a very like cerebral air sign, air element vibe, like meaning that they are going to be more about like the way that they think about things, the way they communicate. This person may have like very cutthroat communication, or have like a really abrupt way of saying things, because look at this Queen of Swords. She's very stern, right? She looks a little intimidating. On the flip side, I think some of them might struggle with communication. This could be the way that they see you when you guys start setting these boundaries that you're going to set, which you should, because they need it. They need someone to teach them how to treat someone with respect, you guys, is what I'm getting. And I think that, like, with the Dusty Rose, it talks about your love has aged. So it's like, I do kind of feel like maybe some of you guys might know this person already, because this makes me feel like there's already some sort of like emotional connection there that you have with them when they're coming through. And I think that they do have love for you. I don't think that they realize that the way that they're going about things is like very low vibrational, you know? So with the Grim Reaper card, this is talking about like change. It's talking about transition, needing to grow and transform your life. This doesn't mean that this is not going to be a connection that you can be with this person for the test of time. Like that's going to ultimately be up to you and this person, right? But there's definitely within this person a need to change, a need to transform the way that they go about things. And we also have the Death card here at the bottom of the deck. And so this is another card that talks about needing to make a necessary change. And I think this person like may not be all that they seem either too. Like I think that as you guys get to know them, you're going to pull this like proverbial curtain back and you're going to see things about them that like might surprise you, that are maybe deeper or different or surprising than you initially thought. So let me see, let's make sure I'm not missing anything before we move into the rest of these cards. But overall, you guys, it definitely looks like if you choose to engage with this person, I think that they're going to be really exciting to be around. I think they're going to be really attracted to you, and I feel like you're going to be really attracted to them. But I do think that this relationship is going to help you guys to awaken to a higher level of confidence. And I think for this person, if you're able to successfully set boundaries and say no to the things that you don't like, if you're able to say no to the way that they are coming in or treating you, if you don't like the way they're treating you, I think it's actually going to help this person to like awaken a little bit and change their ways, if you will. But that doesn't mean that y'all have to stick around for them as they do that, okay? So just keep that in mind. Like, you can give them the feedback and then let them go if you don't want to wait around, and nor should you wait around. All right, so let's see. So for pile one, let's get some of these qualities and characteristics. Who is this person? Like, what are some clues about who they are? We had all of them fall out at the beginning, and now none of them are falling out. I'm going to take this one. So we has dark hair. Okay, definitely like a pretty common trait. Let's get a few more. Oh, this one's open. Is a fire sun sign. So this person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I was getting a lot of air energy, and we also do have Capricorn here, so that could resonate for some of you. Okay, we have wears 3 red items frequently. So this person may like the color red. I also feel like this person may like warmer colors. Like I feel like they, like, because this person clearly is like approaching this from like the lower chakras in a sense, like, so it's making me feel like they might wear like oranges and reds, maybe pinks, things like that. We have communicating their feelings comes easy for them. So that makes sense with the Queen of Swords, right? That's going to be someone that's really good with communication. So you guys will probably pick that up right away as you start connecting with them. Let's get one more and we'll close this out for you, group one. One more. Your paths will cross after you make a final decision. Oh my gosh, that's like, sounds really ominous kind of. Okay, so after you make a final decision about something in your life, or maybe about them, I don't know, your paths are going to cross with this person. All right, so pile one, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. It sounds like this will be a very interesting relationship should you decide to go forward with it. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you feel like you know who this person is, and definitely let me know if you encounter them, if you're going to accept it or not. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view today's video. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in another one soon. Bye. Hey, group number 2, if y'all selected this peach moonstone crystal, let's go ahead and see all about your next romantic relationship. Starting off, we are going to look at the relationship itself and give you any qualities and characteristics about the connection, and then we will transition to some insight into who the person is that you will be in the relationship with. And make sure you guys stay till the end, because I'm going to use this fun little deck, the Who, What, Where cards, so that we can channel some specific details about who this person could be. So starting off with the relationship itself, we have unavailable coming through, and we have different pages. Okay. We have photograph. Aw. Oh, that's really sweet. We have spark. Okay. We have, from the chakra cards, we have the sacral chakra, letting go. And we also have the throat chakra of creativity. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards and then we'll get into more about this connection. So tell us about pile 2's next romantic relationship, please. Give us some clarification here on the energies. We have a 6 of Swords. Okay. And let's get one more, please. We also have a 5 of Cups. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have an Ace of Swords. So I definitely feel like communication is going to be key in this relationship, you guys. I think that you and this person, like, first and foremost, there's a huge spark. Like, there's a lot of chemistry. I'm actually feeling that right now, even just like physically as I'm doing this reading. Like, this person and you have a lot of chemistry. I think that you guys are very, like, physically attracted to each other, but I also think that this chemistry is cerebral as well. And it's the way that you guys talk to each other, and it's the way that you guys think. I think you guys have a lot of chemistry through conversation, with the throat chakra coming in here. And with the sacral, this is definitely all about, like, emotional expression, but it's also about, like, you know, the physical of things too, right? The sexual chemistry. So there's definitely chemistry that you and this person have that's, like, undeniable. There's a spark here for sure. And we also have the photograph. So this is talking about nostalgia and missing you and, like, making new memories. So it's like, I do think for some of you guys that this is a person that you already know, for some. If it's not someone that you already know and this is a new person, I think that you're going into this connection really with a positive mindset. I think both of you are, with a positive mindset of, like, making new memories. Like, this feels really good when you guys initially connect. And so I think that both of you are kind of starting off here in a very optimistic mindset, if you will. I think you and this person you guys may also like to travel together, or this could be someone that lives at a distance from you, because with the 6 of Swords, this is making me think of travel, or, like, taking trips together. Maybe that's something you guys like to do. But I have to say, there's also a few messages here that show that there could be some challenges you guys face in this connection. So even though there's a lot of chemistry and there's a lot of passion in this connection and you guys click really well, there's definitely this energy here of not exactly being on the same page in terms of, like, what you're wanting for the relationship itself. So different pages talks about not sharing the same vision, and unavailable is talking about they're unable to give you all you deserve. So there's definitely this feeling within this connection that, like, there's just a difference in the vision, right? There's a difference in what type of connection we want this to be. So for some people, this could end up being, like, your person, maybe they really like you and you guys have this chemistry and this amazing connection, but maybe they don't see themselves wanting, like, a commitment right now. Or maybe they tell you they don't want to get married, or maybe they tell you they don't want to have children. Like, there's just some fundamental difference that I think the two of you are going to have to work through in this relationship. So obviously, like, it's up to you guys, like, whether or not you're going to stay in the connection or if you're going to move away from the connection. That's totally up to you and this person. But if you guys do choose to stay in it, I think that there will be a need to kind of work on some differences and try to find a way to compromise on those things. I also think with the 6 of Swords, like, there is this feeling of peace, right? There is this feeling of being able to move forward. For some, it could be talking about this energy of letting go, right? This says letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards success. So for some of you guys, this relationship could be something where, even though you have a lot of good times with this person and you build something up with them, maybe once you realize that you guys aren't quite on the same page, you're moving away, you're moving on from the situation. Moving on, letting it go, things like that. This can also just be talking about letting go of certain beliefs or letting go of certain desires that someone in this connection has, letting go of your own specific vision and trying to compromise a little bit more with your person so that you can stay connected with them. And then with the throat chakra, this is all about the way you communicate. So I definitely feel that there's going to be a lot of communication with this person. We also have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So communication is going to be key, especially when you guys are having differences. And with the 5 of Cups, you know, whenever you guys find out that you guys aren't on the same page with this person, I definitely think that there will be some disappointment that you're moving through. But the cool thing about the Five of Cups is that we still have 2 cups available, right? So even though we've spilled some of them, we've spilled the majority of them, basically the silver lining is that there's always hope. There's always something left that you can work with, even if you are upset about a loss that you've incurred. So I think that there's a lot of communication about differences that you guys have. There's communication about disappointments that you're having in the connection. This also says use your creativity to transform your pain into positivity. And that's kind of what we talk about with the Five of Cups. It's like finding a way to find the silver lining in a situation. So again, whether you guys choose to stay with this person or not, it's totally up to you, but it definitely feels like there's a lot of spark and chemistry and a lot of really fun things that you guys are going to do together, maybe travel and things like that. But there will be certain challenges that you're going to have to work out if you want the connection to go the long distance, if you want it to be successful, because you've got to be able to get on the same page around what you each want for the future. So that's kind of what I'm seeing as like the biggest roadblock here with this person potentially. Okay, so let's go ahead and I want to push these guys off to the side and we're going to look at who this person is so you guys can find out like more about them, some clues. All right, so for pile 2's person, we have the energy of refocus coming in. We have healthy choices, which is awesome to see. From the archetype cards, we do have the trickster. We have the victim. That's interesting. Okay. And we have La Luna, which talks about inner flow and cycle. Yes, inner flow and cycle. We have black, dark. Okay. And let's get a couple more, hold on, let's get a couple more tarot cards for you guys. And then we will see what comes through here. So for pile 2, give us a little bit more about their person. Who is this person? Qualities and characteristics, please. So we have a 6 of Wands coming in. Let's get one more. Who is this person that pile 2 will be connecting with? The Emperor. Okay. So I definitely feel like on the positive side, you guys, that this person, I think whenever you guys end up committing to them or connecting with them, you're going to find them in a really like positive place in their life. We have healthy choices here, which I really like seeing that in a relationship reading for this person, because it's telling me that like they are on track in their own life. Like they're learning in not only love, but in their life in general, that it's important to take care of themselves. And we also have the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I'm wondering if this person has had some like financial challenges, or maybe that they've, you know, struggled with being like abandoned in romantic relationships or fear of abandonment, something like that that's deeper beneath the surface. But it's like there's definitely this awareness that they have around needing to refocus their energy onto making better choices for themselves that are going to make them happier in the long run. Okay, so that's a really good thing to see, because you want to be connecting with a partner that's coming through as healthy, you know, like they're healthy, they're taking care of themselves. And with the Emperor card here, this is Aries energy. We also have more fire sign energy here. So this person could be a fire sign for some of you. But, you know, the Aries energy is talking about having strong boundaries, you know. So I think that this person will probably have strong boundaries. They are showing up as like a strong masculine energy. They don't have to necessarily be a masculine. This is just the energy. But this is definitely a person that would want to be like a provider, protector, caretaker in that traditional sense. But I will say this person, you know, it's interesting because we had like the different pages coming in with the unavailable. This energy is very rigid as well, you guys. So this could be the type of person that's like hard to compromise with at times, because they want to feel like they're in control of the situation. They want to be the leader. They want to be the one kind of setting the tone for the relationship, okay? 6 of Wands. So this is definitely a person that's wanting to be in charge and wanting to almost like be at the forefront, or maybe even be in the spotlight. This person may also be really attractive too. Maybe they're like into working out or like going to the gym or something like that. 6 of Wands is telling me, especially with those healthy choices, but 6 of Wands is like, you know, this is an energy of being sought after, being recognized, being seen. A lot of people may have eyes on them. So just keep that in mind. They don't have a problem with being in the spotlight. But there's definitely some things that this person I think will be working through whenever you guys meet them. And just to stress this, you guys, like just because we have some cards coming up that are not like all rainbows and sunshine, it doesn't mean that this person is bad or that this connection will be unsuccessful, because no person is all good or all bad, and no connection is all good or bad. Like, we're all human. So just keep in mind there will be nuances being presented here. But with the black energy and the victim card, and we also have this 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, like this is really making me feel like your person is moving through some shadow work maybe when you guys meet them. And this is maybe why they're on this path of healthy choices moving forward. This talks about prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And on the shadow side, it says playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So this person, I think, has been really working on that trait of setting better boundaries with the Emperor card here. But I almost feel like they may have this tendency at times to revert into this sort of like, poor me, oh my gosh, like you did me so wrong, like that kind of behavior. But it's like the reason that they may do this is because they're just wanting validation from you, or wanting validation in general. So keep that in mind, you guys. This could be a trigger for this person, or it could just be a trait that they're still working on when you guys connect with them, okay? I also want to point out too that when I moved this card, we also had the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck underneath. So it's like, even though this person may be struggling with fear of abandonment or feelings of lack or whatever that is for them, there is a compatible connection here between the 2 of you. So I want to stress that, you guys, because you also had the chemistry card come through, if we remember. So I definitely think that there are a lot of things that you and this person are on the same page about, more than you're not. But again, like this person is just, they're needing to work through some of their issues, which is totally normal. So we also have Trickster. This talks about transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior, manipulating others through duplicity. I don't know. I'm not necessarily picking up on manipulative energy. Maybe they do have that potential to be, as we all do at times. This could be part of like that victim mentality thing that's going on. But I think that this person is just someone that likes to do new things. They don't like to just be conventional or like, you know, doing things the same way all the time. This person may actually like a lot of variety in their life. This person may also be a really good manifester too, because this is making me think of the Magician in the tarot. So this could be a person, I'm getting Gemini energy from this as well, but like this could be a person that is a master manifester. Like maybe anything that they want, they know how to get it, if you will. The Moon card is coming in here as well. La Luna, inner flow and cycle. So this is talking about like communication, with it being blue, the throat chakra coming through again. The moon is significant to this person. It's like, I'm wondering if they could be like magical in some way. Maybe they believe in, maybe they're spiritual in some way. They work with the cycles of the moon, which would be really cool if some of you guys are spiritual or you're into stuff like that. But I also feel like this is symbolic of this person getting more in touch with themselves, you know, like that inner harmony that they're wanting to feel, those healthy choices that they're wanting to make at this time. I will tell you guys, like, as I'm tapping into their energy, I'm starting to get a little exhausted. So this person may also like have a lot on their plate when you guys connect with them. This could be a person that carries a lot of burdens on their shoulders as well. And this is, I think, again, why we're seeing this emphasis on healthy choices. Maybe trying to release some of those stressors off of their back. So what we're going to do next, I want to take a look and we're going to see just maybe some traits, some qualities and characteristics about this person for pile 2. Okay, hold on. So these cards are really cool because they give like specific looks or traits. Some of these may resonate for your person all the way, some may not. So we'll just get a few and see. So we've got music will be playing when they ask you out. Okay, some of you guys will be in an environment where music is playing. We have your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. So we have a time frame. So you guys are gonna probably meet this person pretty soon, within the year at least, which is cool. Let's see. We also have, will be the one to ask you out. Yeah, see, this person is showing up as definitely wanting to be the one to be in charge. Like they're wanting to take the lead and really set the tone for the pace of the connection. So they're gonna ask you out. You're not gonna have to worry about asking them out. We also have, has been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. See, and that makes so much sense, you guys, with that victim energy coming through. They're just still healing whenever you guys meet them. You know, they're still healing and working on, you know, they're working on themselves. Let's get one more for pile 2. Okay, 2 more. Your paths will cross when a holiday is in season. So that can be really any holiday of significance. It can also mean your birthday. And then we have, has lived in more than one country. So this person is well-traveled, which I think makes sense because we had that 6 of Swords, remember? Which I think I already put back in the deck. Okay, pile 2. So we are going to go ahead and close this one out, but I hope that you found it entertaining. Please drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you think you might know who this person is and if you're going to go ahead and connect with them or not. Yeah, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you did enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. If you guys picked out this beautiful pyrite, let's go ahead and see all about your next romantic relationship that's headed your way. Like I mentioned in the intro, we're going to start with the connection itself to give you guys a little info on just the relationship in general. And then we will transition into a description of the person that you'll be connecting with. So let's go ahead and get started. So the connection itself, we have represented here play hard, and we have decision. We also have self-indulgence coming in, and we have the caution. Okay. From the chakras, we have throat chakra of listening, and we have throat chakra again of truth. So lots of communication and energy with this person, which is cool to see. I oftentimes feel that people in relationships don't communicate enough. So it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and see. All right. So starting off, let's go ahead and see. So starting off, let's get a couple tarot cards. So, okay. Sorry, you guys, I just kind of spaced out there for a second. Okay, let's see. So for pile number 2, tell us about this relationship. It's interesting because I started to get really distracted as I was shuffling these cards, you guys. And so you all have a lot of energy of like play hard, having fun. It's making me feel like there could be some distractions hitting this connection. We have an Ace of Swords. Let's get one more. Tell us about this connection for pile 3, please. We also have a 3 of Coins, a 3 of Pentacles. We're going to move that for now. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have a 9 of Pentacles. Okay, listen. So I think that you guys, like when you connect with this person, I think that you are like happily single. And I think that this person is providing an opportunity for you guys to like have a lot of fun and really like be yourself with this person and really enjoy your time. And there is this energy of self-indulgence here, which I have to highlight with a 9 of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck. Like this card is very much about like, I'm single, living my best life. And it's like you're open, like you're okay with having a relationship, but you're also so happy in your own company that like, you're also fine to not have a relationship. You know what I mean? You can kind of take it or leave it. So I definitely think that there is an element of like really indulging in this connection for some reason. Like there's something about this person that I think pulls you in. There's something about this connection that feels very like indulgent to you in a way, probably because there's so much fun energy here. And I do think that this person, like, I do think you and this person have like a lot in common through the way that you communicate, because we have an Ace of Swords and we have so many throat chakra messages here. So it's like, I definitely see that communication is going to be very significant to this relationship. I feel like this is the type of relationship that's going to help you guys to like really see something totally differently. This person may have like a way of thinking about things or a way of communicating about things that has you realizing certain things about yourself, or just something in general that you never thought of it like that before. We have listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. And then we have truth. Speak from your heart. It's the only thing worth listening to. So I do think that in this connection, you're learning how to listen to others. And you're also learning how to speak your truth. And even though you guys are in this single energy when you meet them, I do see that there is some caution here. There is a guard that's up. And the self-indulgence card also talks about like self-worth. It talks about like shadow work, things like that, needing to heal. So there could be something about this person that feels maybe a little triggering to you, or maybe it just feels like, maybe you feel like there's some red flags, or maybe you guys just kind of feel like you want to like have your guard up a little bit initially because you're not sure yet. But I think leveraging those communication skills throughout the relationship, no matter how long you guys choose to stay in it or not, like, you're learning how to speak your truth from the heart. So maybe this is a connection that's going to help you guys to communicate more clearly about things that you're perceiving as red flags. Maybe some of you guys in the past would have just ignored it, or maybe not told someone how you really felt about something. And I see with this person, you're learning to speak your truth. You're also learning how to listen and really hear and understand someone else's perspective as well. With the Three of Pentacles here, I definitely see that this is a connection that I do think you're going to feel like you're on a team, even though this card doesn't really depict it in the traditional sense, with this woman being like very isolated. The Three of Pentacles is very much about like teamwork, and it's about something being workable. So I think that through communicating, if you guys decide like this is the person for you, I definitely feel like you guys will have this collaboration energy together where you can have fun, you can goof off, you can enjoy each other, but there's also like a willingness to work together to get this going. But I do think that there's an element here for you guys, my viewer, of needing to decide. Like maybe this is a person that you guys already know who it is, maybe you have a history with this person already, or maybe as you guys get to know them and you're kind of noticing this caution energy, whatever it is that's throwing up red flags for you, there will come a time where you're going to have to make a decision about like, do you want to be single or do you want to take yourselves off the market for this person? So let's go ahead. I'm going to push these cards off to the side, and what we're going to do next is take a look at who this person is. We're going to get some clues about them. So let's go ahead and do that. So for pile 3, this person is represented by New Direction and the Butterfly. We have the Thief. We have the Mother. We have Prometheus. And we have Heather. Very grounded energy coming in here, which is nice to see, because you guys had a lot of fun energy with this person. Let's get a couple cards here. So who is this person that's coming in for group 3? So we have a 7 of Pentacles. Let's get one more. Okay, and then we have a Page of Wands. And we have a Death card at the bottom. So there's a lot of transformative energy coming through with your person, pile 3. This person, when you meet them, whenever you connect with them, or maybe you already know them, we have New Direction and the Butterfly. So I feel like this person, I think that this person has been maybe wanting to take this connection on a new direction for a while, if this is someone you have a history with, because the Butterfly talks about their relationship evolving to the next phase. So I definitely feel like this person has a desire to go down a new type of path with you. So if this is someone that maybe you're just friends with, if you already know them, they definitely, I think, want this to be more than friendship. which would make sense about like the decision card that we had coming in here. But this card also can talk about healing the inner child and growth. So if you don't know this person and you don't have a history with them, I think that when you meet them, they're on a new direction individually for themselves. Maybe they've been doing a lot of healing. Maybe they've worked on growing from like their previous relationships, or just like life in general. They're bettering themselves is what I'm getting from this. They've gone through a change. And with the Death card being here at the bottom of the deck, which talks about transformation, this even further confirms that there's a needed change for this person at the time you meet them or for the connection itself. We do have a lot of like grounded brown energy with this person. And with the Mother card coming in, the Seven of Pentacles, this could be an earth sign for some of you, but I think that this person is coming across as being very grounded. We have solitude and diligence. They may like to spend a lot of time alone, or they may, have just come out of a time of solitude where they really were working on grounding themselves. But with diligence coming in, Seven of Pentacles, Mother, I think that this is the type of person that's really going to be dedicated to a connection or dedicated to anything that they are wanting to go after in life in general. I also see them as being very generous with the Prometheus card of Gifts of Humanity. I think that they're very generous with their time, or just the way that because this is making me think when it says Gifts of Humanity, I'm not getting like flashy, like spending money on gifts and stuff like that. I'm getting more like the way they like to give back. Like this could be someone that likes to give back to their community, or give back through like more practical action, like acts of service, if that makes sense. The Mother card is talking about nurturance, unconditional love, patience. So I think that this person is going to have a really nurturing side to their personality, a really caring side to their personality. But again, they're also really fun with the Page of Wands. They may be fun and impulsive at times too. I think that this person will like to go on adventures with you, which makes sense with the play hard energy coming through. They definitely have a spontaneous side to their personality. We also have the Thief card. I kind of feel like this person may at times hold their heart close to their chest. I feel like they might not always show their true self. And that could be part of the healing process that they've gone through. They could just be more reserved, like we were saying with the Heather card as well. Like they don't necessarily want to be in the spotlight or have a lot of attention on them. But I also kind of feel like this is them maybe unexpectedly stealing your heart in a sense. I don't see it as a bad thing necessarily. Maybe for some, I don't know. But I'm not seeing them as being like a literal thief, And with that Seven of Pentacles, again, like this is a patient person. This is someone that's willing to put in actual effort into something. So I think if you guys are like wanting someone that actually wants to put in effort and have fun with you, but also build something real, this person looks like they're willing and able to do that with you. And that can be hard to find these days, so. All right, let's see. I want to go ahead and we're going to shuffle these little who, what, where cards. And I want to just kind of take a look and see if we can find out some more clues about who this person could be. So some of these may resonate, some may not. So just take it with a grain of salt. So we have owns their own home. Yes. Okay. This is like a very practical person. Like I can tell they would have their own home. They feel like they have their stuff together. This is probably an earth sign for some of you. Let's see. Okay. We have your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. So within the next year of you guys seeing this, you're going to meet them or kiss them. Has lived in more than one country, so they're well traveled. All of these fell out, so we're going to take them. Has a triple syllable first name. That's oddly specific, but okay. Wants to send you a message. So maybe you guys already know this person, or this could just be like them just liking to communicate, but you guys may already know them. Wears 3 red items frequently. So red could be a color that they wear a lot, or maybe 3 red things. It's oddly specific. And then spends their money quickly. That's interesting because I feel like they come across as so responsible, but maybe they don't know how to invest their money so that they can spend it while their money is growing. All right, pile 3. We're going to go ahead and close it out there for you, but definitely let me know how this reading resonated. Let me know if you're going to take the leap with this person when you encounter them or if you're going to pass. Let me know if you know who they are too. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view today's reading. Please be sure to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in another one soon. Bye. Hey there, pile 4. If you guys picked out this amethyst crystal, this is going to be your reading all about your next romantic relationship. So like I mentioned in the intro, we're going to start this reading off by looking at the relationship itself. And then the next half of the reading, we'll be looking at the person that you'll be in this connection with. And make sure you guys stay till the end because I'm going to use this fun little who, what, where deck to channel some specific details about who this person is. All right, so starting off with the connection itself, we have the energy of release, and we have chemistry. We have twin flames. We have security. This is looking really good. Let's continue. For the chakras, we have love, the heart chakra. And we have the solar plexus of fearlessness. This energy is freaking amazing, pile 4. This is the best pile yet. Okay, let's continue. Let's get some insight here. So what does pile 4 need to know about this connection? Tell us, Spirit, what does pile 4 need to know about this relationship as the energy stands? Okay. All right, so we have the 10 of Swords. Let's get another. What does pile 4 need to know about this connection? We have the 9 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's adding some nuance into the reading. Queen of Swords at the bottom. So let's move this guy out of the way here. Okay, pile 4. So this relationship. Well, I definitely feel like this connection looks very balanced to me. So it's very interesting that we have all these swords cards coming in, which I'm going to get to that in a minute, but the connection itself is looking beautiful. You have the twin flame energy, which I'm not really a big advocate for the twin flame story necessarily, but the energy of twin flame to me really talks about what this card says. It's like the yin to the yang, the balance, duality, complementing each other. That's kind of how I see it. I feel like you and this person are going to really complement each other in a really, really healthy way. So it's almost like where you're weak, they're strong. Where they're weak, you're strong. You help to kind of balance each other out. And with security coming in, it's like this relationship is going to be a connection that's going to feel very stable, very secure. I think this is going to be a person that you guys are going to really be able to build something long-term with the little nest here. This is making me think of building a home, building a foundation, building a future together with someone. There's also a lot of love energy in this connection. We have heart chakra coming in. You guys are the only group out of all 4 that had a heart chakra card come out for this relationship reading. So that's already really unique and different. This says love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. I think a lot of you guys that selected this pile may have a tendency here to really overthink things when it comes to love and relationships. Or maybe this is your partner. Both of you guys may go through this energy, but maybe in the past you guys have been working on fears and anxieties around relationships, because the 9 of Swords is sort of this energy of overthinking things. It's when we worry or we're preoccupied about a connection. And in the 10 of Swords, this is when we've suffered some sort of betrayal. And also energetically, the 10 of Swords can be when we've literally hit rock bottom because we've worked ourselves so much up to this anxious point that our body just can't take it anymore. I know that I've experienced that personally. It's not always someone stabbing you in the back, but I think for some of you guys, you have these anxieties around love because of past betrayals. And so with the Queen of Swords coming in at the bottom of the deck, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think some of you guys may approach relationships in a more logical way versus in a romantic or a loving way. I think a lot of you guys might go into relationships leading more with the head and logic versus really listening to your heart. And I think it just comes from maybe a fear of getting hurt. But I feel like this connection is providing you with a lot of security. There's a lot of mutual love and respect here. We have chemistry coming in. So it's like you and this person will click. You're going to connect in a really positive way. I also think too, with release coming in, this is talking about radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. So I feel like through this connection, you will be becoming more secure, pile 4. More secure, learning to trust more in relationships, and also learning how to trust the process. You know, if you've ever been that person that's always like, when you're dating, you're always worried about the future or what's going to happen. I feel like in this connection, it's really going to help you learn how to stop and just be present in the moment and release the expectation to like know what's going to happen. Release expectations of outcomes, if that makes sense. Because when you're always worried about what might happen or what's going to happen, it really holds you back from being able to be present in the moment with a person and really fully enjoy the connection. Now, for some of you guys, this with the twin flame coming in, this could be a partner that kind of mirrors your energy as well. I know for me, sometimes when I get this twin flame card in my own relationship readings, I've noticed with certain people or one person in particular, it's usually like it's a mirroring energy. Like it's like I'm being anxious and then they're also being anxious. So for some of you guys, that could be a message that pertains. Maybe your person has also been through the ringer in relationships. And so both of you are sort of like working out some of these fears together in the connection. But there's definitely a lot of potential here for something really long-term, for a really solid foundation. And I think that you and this person will complement each other really well. We also have the solar plexus being highlighted here, fearlessness. Turn your worrier into a warrior. This is so funny because I didn't even read that when I first put it down. But the 9 of Swords is the worrier. So it's almost like through this relationship, you're confronting your fears and worries about relationships, and you're confidently growing out of them, or you're confidently, you know, challenging those beliefs head on. Because with this 9 of Swords energy of just thinking, there's not any action, right? She's so freaked out by what's going on around her, what she's perceiving happening around her, that she's not really doing anything about it. She's just sitting here ruminating. So this fearlessness energy of turning your worrier into a warrior is kind of like you're confronting these fears head on through this relationship. Because I think you guys realize that in order for you to really be able to open up to this beautiful love that's being offered here to you, you're going to have to release some of that energy so that you can really be present and fully enjoy the moment. So that's really interesting energy, pile 4. Let's go ahead and now we'll transition into the next part of the reading where we're going to focus more on this person and who they are. So let's set these guys off to the side. We'll get our next little batch here. So for pile 4, we have karmic partner coming in. And we have cassette. We have the seeker. We have the child wounded. Yeah, this person they have challenges too, okay? We have the tumbleweed, the native spirit. And then we also have the white, the light card, which is so pretty and beautiful. Pure energy. Let's get a couple more tarot cards here, and then we'll get into the interpretation. So for pile 4's person, who is this person that they're dating in this connection? Give us some qualities and characteristics of this person for pile 4. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. 9 of Swords. Oh my gosh. Let's see. And we also have the Fool. Oh my goodness. All right, listen, you guys, this is, like I was saying, it is a mirroring energy. Like, I definitely feel that you guys share a lot of these traits of like fears and worries and being preoccupied in relationships. I wonder though, like, so this person, when you guys meet them, it's interesting that we have a karmic partner and the cassette. And what I'm feeling from this person is that with the cassette, this talks about outdated thinking or replaying events over and over in your head. I almost feel like this person, when you meet them, could already be in a relationship, not necessarily in a sneaky way, but maybe when you guys first meet, they're already in a karmic connection with someone else, or they're trying to break away from a karmic connection. They're healing from a karmic relationship, because I think that this is the reason why this person comes across so anxious in relationships. And we also have the wounded child here. It's like there's some sort of hurt that they've experienced through relationships in the past, that they keep thinking about over and over again in their head. And this is further being confirmed here with the 9 of Swords. It's like whatever happened to them, whatever hurt that they experienced in their relationships past, they're still needing to do some work to heal it. Okay. So the wounded child, this talks about awakening compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. I think that this person is still healing, you know, very much so still healing. They could have had a rough childhood as well, you guys. This could be someone that maybe they had a rough childhood and they have really relived some of that energy through some of their romantic partners. But it's like, I feel this really strong desire to move forward. We have the Seeker, we have the Fool, we have the white energy. Like, I feel like this person is desiring something different for themselves. You know, this is talking about awakening compassion and desire to serve others who are wounded, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So even though they are still moving through pains from the past, maybe they're still unpacking some of this stuff, it definitely feels as though they're wanting a new beginning for themselves. In love, they're wanting to get out of this conditioning, this old way of thinking. And they may still struggle with it when you guys first meet. But I think if you all are choosing to stay connected to this person whenever this presents itself to you, you guys are each providing yourselves an opportunity to heal some of these issues of anxiety and attachment in relationships, because we have so much high potential here. We've got chemistry, we have security. Like, I think you guys can both provide security to one another, because I think you guys are both wanting the best. It's just going to take this radical acceptance and release, you know, of the old ways or the old things that happen. Yeah, so definitely this person is coming across as wanting to really purify something in their life. I think that this person may also help to like shine the light onto areas where you may be deficient. Kind of like we were talking about with that twin flame energy. It's like they're going to be a source of light for you. Maybe this person is actually a light worker in some way. And being a light worker isn't all rainbows and sunshine. It really is sometimes about exposing the truth of certain things. So this could be a person that triggers you guys in certain ways, maybe unconsciously or consciously, I don't know. But they're here to shed the light onto what needs to be illuminated, if that makes sense. I also see this person as being like a really free spirit with the Fool. Like, I think that they are just really fun, and I think that they are someone that's really unique and someone that is true and authentic to themselves. And I see this here with the Seeker as well. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are, and the native spirit. You know, they like to kind of just blow in the wind, roll with the punches, just kind of like explore and just like maybe go on adventures and just do what they want to do. And I do think with the shadow attribute, we have the inability to commit to a path once found. This could be why this person is anxious in relationships. You know, maybe this person is somebody that is fearful of commitment because they get nervous about like committing to one thing. So that would just be something you guys may want to look out for. Like, maybe this is why they have a lot of fears and anxieties. Maybe it's like a fear of being pinned down in a way, because like they do come across as needing a lot of space, right? They like to be independent. They like to have their own things that they can do outside of the connection. So that would be something you guys may want to keep in mind. And, you know, it may trigger you if you guys are wanting like closeness all the time and this person needs their space. There's definitely going to be a need here to communicate clearly to navigate those differences. But I think that you guys are really here connecting with one another to sort of help support one another's healing journey here. And like I said, there's a lot of potential. There's a desire for security deep down for both people here. And there's a lot of love here and chemistry, you know. So I think as long as you guys can be patient with one another and kind of work together, collaborate together on this, you could have a really abundant future with this person. So let's go ahead and close it out with our who, what, where cards so we can kind of see like what this person looks like or get some more clues about who they are, okay? So for pile 4, who is this person? Let's get some insight into who they might be. Okay, hold on. Okay, this one's wanting to come out. So we have at least 1/3 of their body is covered in tattoos. So for some of you guys, this person has tattoos. That's kind of hot, not gonna lie, if you like that. I will say these may not resonate for like every single one. You know what I mean? It might just be 1 or 2 that resonate for you, so just take them with a grain of salt. Fire sign. I feel like they could be a Sagittarius. They could be any, so it's Leo, Sag, Aries, but I know Sagittarius like their freedom. They like to explore, you know? Okay, we have, let's see, this says has a triple syllable first name. That's oddly specific. We also have spends their money quickly. Yeah, they don't seem super grounded necessarily. Doesn't mean that they're bad with money, but again, this is just a clue. Let's see. Okay, we have wears a meaningful accessory often. Okay, and let's get one more. Has lost a loved one within the last year. Wow. So this, wow, you guys, and it may not even be like, I feel like this could be just in general. I know that it's kind of oddly specific to say like they've lost a loved one in the last year. I'm sure that's possible for some of them, but for others of them, I almost feel like this wounded child, like maybe they lost a parent. Maybe they lost a parent, or maybe they grew up without a parent because maybe one of their parents passed away when they were young. That's kind of something I'm getting. Or just maybe the death of a loved one in general has really impacted them. It doesn't necessarily mean that it had to have happened within the last year. All right, well, pile number 4, we are gonna go ahead and close out your reading there. So definitely drop me a comment and let me know how it resonated. And let me know, like when this person comes into your life, are you gonna say yes or no? Are you gonna explore it with them? Or do you think you'll pass it up to the next one? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in a new reading soon. Bye.